Here we are again. I go by the name of Five, and I have a very beautiful lady with a very beautiful heart. This lady is going places. I think she'll introduce herself.
My name is Onana, also popularly known as Nana.
And I always have a song for her, by the way.
Wow.
Oh,
everybody sings about me. Killer musician. Each and every musician loves my bekusu Onana. I'm even just tired. Musicians, stop singing about me. I have heard all of you. Thank you for making songs about me. Now go and release songs about other people.
But you know, you're one in a million.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, so
I am one in a million.
You know, like so many people appreciate you without knowing you.
Wow. When you see me and you appreciate me, please give me a call. Ask for my number, tag me somewhere and tell me that you appreciate me. Don't wait for me. Nikisha kufa ndio unakuja kusema kwa matanga nitakuwa corpse. Maitis, I will not hear you. So whenever you see me anywhere, anytime, come and tell me.
So your number? Ukipeana M-Pesa inakubalika.
Sasa sijui baby, kama utakutuma M-Pesa ya 10 bob, niliona Edgar Bare anatuma 10 bob kuconfirm kama namba ni ya mtu ama la. I think I'll be charging you 10 shillings to give out my number.
Oh, come on.
Anyway,
you'll make a lot of money.
10 bob. Maybe, perhaps. We apologize. Last week we were supposed to have a show. Unfortunately, there were power surges. KPLC, you let us down. We were on technical hitches, so we couldn't air the show. We had bad lighting. I think, we had bad lighting. Quality matters.
Yeah, quality
so we
matters.
couldn't go on with the show. But today we are here. What are we talking about today?
We're talking about Kenya Power.
We are talking about Kenya Power. Kenya Power, we've been talking about Kenya Power for as long as I have known Kenya Power. I think tunahitaji tu another company that will come into the mix. Maybe no, watashtuka wamke and give us better services. But I saw Moses Olol. Hi, Moses Olwal. I saw your post about KPLC. He was complaining vitu zao zitachomeka. And I mentioned something about an act of God, which is these rains and lightning and stuff. Maybe hawana capacity ya control that, and he was like, if wanajua mvua inanyesha all the time and it tends to give hitches technically, maybe to a grid somewhere, they should work on that. And I think that was a very plausible argument from him. Kenya Power, you need to up your game because unajua kimaisha ukishanunua TV, fridge, nini hiyo nakwanga umeshakafunga hiyo story.
Exactly.
You're not again thinking ati TV yangu itaharibika ende kununua TV. You're thinking of buying a plot, investing in other stuff than just the normal things for entertainment or for your comfortability as a family or even as a bachelor or a spinster. So Kenya Power, you really need to up your game. And then people, also you need to be extra careful. Take it as an initiative to see what you can do at home kupunguza hizo vitu zako kuharibika. Me, I always unplug from the main plug when I'm going to sleep. When I'm out of the house, I unplug from the socket because somebody told me kwamba irrespective of when you've switched off, like on the socket, sometimes ile passage inakuja mingi and it just blows, or it can blow your woofer, it can blow your TV. So just unplug from the socket. It takes a second. Ukirudi tena, just plug back, switch it on, and then continue with your business. I think that's what we can do for now, and not just keep on complaining about KPLC, who are also not listening to us.
No, you know. Me, if there's ever one, I don't know whether it's no, it's not an NGO, but it's a parastatal. Kama kuna one of the most useless.
You're already calling it useless.
Huh?
It's not useless. Do you know it's Kenya Power that are enabling us have the show? Because without them, we don't even have lights to see our beautiful faces.
Unaona nini Nana? Now this is the way I look at things. Unajua, everybody grows.
Yes.
Ulikuwa unatambaa.
Katembea. Nikajishikilia kwa viti kwanza.
Which means you are growing.
Yes.
Then, I believe at this point in time, there are some things that should not be happening. Like this stima kupotea. As zingine kama like I think the better part of last week stima ilikuwa of a very low voltage.
Yes. I think and then at some point people couldn't even charge their phones.
Yeah, it took at least between 3 to 5 days. And you know, like we're in 2020, yes, 21st century. Huh? Where those kinds of things should not be happening. We are a third world country, but we are one of the best.
I have friends who work at an NGO inaitwa Kudura. Kudura also supplies power. They are building their own power grids. I think they should just take over. Kudura.
Do you know something? I'm hoping they come out, right?
The Kudura people or the KPLC people?
The Kudura people.
The Kudura people.
I'm hoping like kukuwe na even more independent power suppliers. Unaona?
Yes.
But tunarudi kwa ile kitu inaitwanga cartels. My dear, you know, I believe that, unaona sasa like, let's take it as an example. Keroche breweries and Kenya breweries. You know, Keroche ilikuwa inapatia Kenya breweries a very hard time.
Run for their money.
Exactly. I think you know that.
I don't drink, I just.
Yeah, me I also.
Business concept.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, the best way ya kumaliza opponent scandals. Haujalipa KRA, sijui pombe sijui imekuaje. Yeah, the KRA nadai I think something like more than 1 billion shillings.
Oh really?
Yeah, 3 billion for your information.
Okay.
Now you tell me,
I didn't
what kind of a business in a third world country inaweza owe the Kenya Revenue Authority or a revenue authority for that matter 3 billion, not just 3 million, 3 billion.
That's a scandalous allegation, but anyway, we also cannot talk about it because is it in court? I think it's in court. There is a principle in law in Itonga Sub-Judice. You cannot discuss cases that are in court. So I've thrown away the key.
Unfortunately, that is what is happening with Kenya Power. Because I believe there are so many people wako na ways and means of
tapping
of
providing
kutengeneza hiyo stima, generating power and supplying. Unaona?
I think Kudura are doing a great job. They're still building on bridges. The last time I heard, I don't know, there was some part in Bunyala. So hopefully they started with the rural areas. So hopefully in maybe a decade or so.
I'm also hoping that it works out and then at least
bring it to the urban area.
They
are tired of KPLC.
Oneka switches mbili, hii ni ya KPLC, hii ni
ya Kudura. Huyu kama chezi kama yeye.
Kizima unaka
Sugapepper.
Anyway, so
KPLC, we've put you on call.
Vuta socks juu. Mera. Anyway,
and so, people always unplug from the socket. That's the I was advised to do that instead of yapping and complaining about people that are not even hearing us.
Now that you
unplug from the socket.
Now that you know law, I believe kuna vile KPLC or that rather Kenya Power should compensate you kama kuna power surge.
It should, but now such a case in court, you know, we are talking about, they will still argue the act of God kind of thingy. Allow me to do what? To talk about that next week, because I'm not capacitated to point out like the liability of Kenya Power when my fridge blasts out.
Do you know what? Me, I wouldn't call it an act of God. Why? Simply
it's
because...
It's an act of God because sisi tumeitisha mvua, you know. So the rain comes with the thunder and maybe their machinery. Actually, they can argue that their machinery is not equipped to handle either the
which means
weather conditions.
They don't have the capacity ya kufanya nini, ya kusupply watu na stima.
So which is better for us to be in darkness.
No, not necessarily be. No, we're not talking about darkness. We are talking about vitu kuungua. Sindio? TV muungua. As a matter of fact, I'm also a victim. Nilikuwa nimenunua TV manyeni.
The Luok stage. Luopian TV set.
Na hata haikukaa.
Oh, sorry. Gone.
Just like that. So
I still insist, unplug from the socket.
Anyway,
it will cost you nothing.
Yeah, it will cost you nothing.
Unplug from the socket, go do your work, come back, plug, watch your stuff.
I'll also maintain Kenya Power. You guys need to wake up from your slumber, grow up, style up, vuta socks juu, fanya kazi vile inatakikana.
And about pulling up socks, Wakenya, COVID is still going up. In fact, there is a family friend I lost yesterday to corona. In fact, it was a whole family. The rest are still being quarantined. I think people wameanza kuslack. People watch out. Unajua, when our president when he last spoke, alifungua, like he extended the curfew, and then there's a way like some hours have been reduced. People are just reckless. People are going back to normal, but corona is still alive and kicking. And as long as they're waiting for the vaccine, we still need to be on point, sanitize, social distance, put on your mask, because watu wanakufa huko nje.
You know, there's a day I told a very good friend of mine called Kildi that unajua, there's something that are just common sense. Like, sio lazima uone polisi ama traffic police ndio ufunge belt.
It's for
because this belt
safety.
saves your life.
Yes,
no.
It does.
Now, this mask, this sanitizer, the washing of the hands, the social distancing, those are just things that mtu inafaa afanye without being kufuatwa. Unaona, moja ni kama tule kwa shule, soma, mwalimu atakuja afanye pati yake, but wewe pia soma. Unaona, because at the end of the day ni maisha yako. Ndio saizi pia tunasema at the end of the day it's your life that you're fighting for.
Yes.
It's your life that you're looking after.
Yeah.
Me, I don't see the point.
You have your son. I used to joke. In fact, I was one of the people who are not taking this corona thing seriously until a friend close to me had corona and he went through it, and like we talked about it, and you know, he was also taking it lightly. But I know of 2-3 people that so far have died, so I stopped joking about it, like big time.
I mean, Juicy, I was driving, and then I think it was one of the leading.
Jalo lazima aseme he was driving. Can't say that he was walking. Oh, hey.
You've not listened to what
cruising.
I want to say.
Okay.
No,
yes.
I was not cruising. I was just driving.
You were driving.
Yes. So, one of these leading radio stations, I think it was in the morning, so walikuwa wanahoji a certain musician, gospel musician. And then that is when I knew this thing is full of trauma. Because Nana, wale watu wenye hata Kildi huyu akisikia uko na corona, hata 5 akisikia uko na corona,
toa SIM card na change number.
Okay, fine. Maybe we'll not go to that extreme. But will everybody's going to take, you know, precautions against you.
Yeah.
Unaona?
Like,
exactly, utabaki tu peke yako. So that guy, I think he's Reverend Timothy, is it Timothy Kitui, something like that. So he was
the one Kitui that has this
exactly. Okay. That guy, I think
he had corona.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And I should watch news. Oh God, I don't watch TV.
He was saying like he was given 18 hours by his landlord to vacate the house.
What?
Yeah. Alikuwa ameanza kujenga nyumba, hajamaliza. Ilibidi aende, nyumba haina hata madirisha, something like that.
What?
Yeah. He was given hours.
That was out of line. I think that is so inhuman.
So what we are just trying to say is
we should take
jua tu ukishikwa na corona, your life is going to change
for the worse.
For the worse,
if not for the better.
It will never get better. Kwa sababu wale ma friends wenye unapigianga simu, maybe mtakuwa mnapiga tu story kwa simu, but ati niaje tukutane.
Yeah, because okay, naturally also you cannot hold somebody against them acting that way, because I value my health. I value my life, and in my mind I know that corona is this fatal, so I wouldn't want to, hata kama sisi ni mabeste kiasi gani, I just wouldn't want to be around. We are told to keep 1 meter apart. So how again do you get corona and I want to be near you? Me, naenda zangu mtanionea huko kudokomi when you are here. Please. Okay, let's not hold these people against, because they're also just looking out for themselves, but also it's always good to be human to
so unaona, mimi chenye naona, you know, like me, I can't blame the government, because just like a business,
a pandemic is everyone's business.
Yeah. A business has to run, the government has an economy to run.
Yes.
Now, things were slow for everybody
and dropping drastically.
Now, I believe what the president said and what he always says, like all the Ministry of Health protocols, blah blah blah, must be followed to the letter. Naona? Sawa, nimefungua bar, but mhakikishe mkienda kwa mabar
watu wanawe mikono.
Exactly.
Let me tell you. Okay, they say when you are intoxicated, you can't think straight. So ile 1.5 meter, naturally it will reduce, right or wrong?
It's
right, no. It's a yes or no. It's a yes or no answer. Nimelewa yangu yote. Will I still remember 1.5 meters?
Now,
will I still remember to sanitize?
Let me ask you a question, my dear. Umelewa yako yote. Utajua nyumbani?
I will know home.
Utajua
and then mazingira ya hapo, there is music playing. I cannot be drinking and sitting.
Utajua choo ya bar iko wapi?
I will know.
Exactly. So which means
I will not have my mask on because I'm sipping a drink.
Fine.
They should have just closed the bars until kila mtu amekuwa vaccinated, there is no single arising case of corona, then they open bars. That is my opinion and my take. Pelt me, I have my helmet on, you come and stone me like Steven, but they shouldn't have opened the bar.
You know,
because when you're intoxicated,
you know what? Now I'm looking at you like, what is this sweetheart saying? Because you know,
gosh,
it's in my line of work.
To what? Being a bartender, or you're a bar owner?
No.
You are?
A DJ plays music at the bar.
Oh, no.
Now, if the bars are closed, you know, like,
then you'll be out of work.
Now, this is the reality of COVID. Since the bars were closed, imagine DJs hawakuwa na kazi, bartenders hawakuwa na kazi, cleaners hawakuwa na kazi, si ndio?
Yes.
Depot ya pombe, kazi ilipunguka. Hawakufunga, ilipunguka. Which means some of the staff had to be laid off.
Yes.
The same inaenda to up mpaka kwa breweries. Unaona, because everything imerudi imekuwa, like consumption imerudi imekuwa chini. Unaona? Now, mimi chenye najua ni
and also no money in the pocket, no spare coin to spare for that.
Mimi I can never blame the government. Mtu akishika corona kwa sababu amefungua ba. Hapana. If unaogopa hiyo corona, the best thing for you to do is stay at home.
You can't.
Nenda kazi, sikia, nenda kazi. That is important for you. Sindio? Ukitoka kazi,
straight
nenda nyumbani.
But
sasa, kama unajua, lazima uende uchape 1, 2, 3 for the road. Just make sure that...
Or you go with a designated assistant mwenye atakwambia, sir, please sanitize.
Exactly.
Please put on your mask. But I still insist, bars should not have opened at all. People, when you're intoxicated, you can't reason. You can't make informed choices.
What about schools?
For schools we have monitors, the teachers, the prefects. I think they will be equipped, trained, oriented on how to go about the school. But me as a parent, I'm still not ready to take my kids to. Hata sijui watoto wako wapi. Oh God, I don't even know where my kids are. Let us just go back to school in January. We are not ready. I am not ready.
Me, I would say, I'm 50-50.
I think Magoha should have prepared us mentally. I think in a month or so. Siku tushtua tu, yoda kuboga, just bogas. Ati shule ni next week. How? You know, I don't even know where the school uniforms are. Kiatu ya mtoto wangu kwanza hata haitoshi.
Unaona. Maybe nitatetea Magoha, nitasema Magoha yako tu sawa kwa sababu wakati Magoha amesema watoto warudi shule, in the normal calendar inakuanga ni wakati wa shule. Right?
Yes, but now, they should have prepared us mentally. You know, when you close schools, you have like a month to vacay, but unajua shule itafunguliwa November. But here, tumeketi tu and then you just come on TV and say, kesho ni shule.
Alikuja akasema, mtoto yeyote asifukuzwe shule kwa sababu ya school fees, whether ni private
it's not public. About school fees, it's about like preparing yourself mentally kwamba mtoto anaenda shule. You know, for working mothers, you have to wake up, prepare these kids, go to school, ukumbuke they have to leave school at 3. Is there somebody to pick them up? I have to go back home, prepare for them food, kesho asubuhi again, have to fuse in my schedule with their schedule. But Magoha did not prepare me for that. Let us just forget about it. Let the candidates just be at school.
Can I ask you a personally stupid question, and forgive me for asking you that question?
Bring it on.
Huh?
Yes.
Don't get offended.
I will not get offended. I promise. I promise.
Did Magoha prepare anybody for motherhood?
He did not.
Exactly. So then Magoha doesn't have to prepare you
big bold line between motherhood and parenthood. Motherhood is me having the baby, taking care of the baby. But when it comes to education and stuff, that is parenthood.
Who has a dictionary?
I have a dictionary.
What is the difference between motherhood and parenthood?
How many apps do you have on your phone, by the way, as I look for the definition of parenthood? You said parenthood or motherhood? Oh my God.
What is the difference?
These words that we are in and we keep on using, and yet we don't know the state of being a parent. That is parenthood. And then there is motherhood. I don't know. Motherhood is still under parenthood. The state of being a mother.
Which one comes first? Like kuku na mayai gani natanguliaga?
I think basically here we are not just talking about nini litangulia mayai ama ni kuku. It's all at the same thing. Because motherhood and fatherhood, all of it is parenthood. Okay, parenthood is for whichever sex. Then motherhood is for females, fatherhood is for males. But then, those are the challenges of just being like
a
parent.
What I think...
Nobody prepared me for motherhood. It came naturally. But then when it comes to things like education, to me it was unforeseeable for him to just come to the TV and say, next week, watoto wataenda kwa shule. Prepare me mentally, because maybe I've been out of a job for 2-3 months.
My dear, today
Nimekaa na watoto, I don't even know where the uniforms are.
Leo
I went even...
maswali. Niko na swali lingine.
Okay, ask.
Does anybody prepare anybody for death?
No one prepares anybody for
Then
death. So.
in life, my take is you have to be prepared for anything at
no.
any given time. Kwa sababu, unaona, sikia my dear. You are seated. Umezuba. Like umejua sasa trend ni I wake up at 6. Huh?
I don't have babies. Kwenda kuamsha, brush your teeth, take your breakfast. Why are you not putting on this shoe? Mama, basi nawacha. And me, I'm a very base commander. When it comes to my kids, I'm like, araksheni, basi nawacha, you know. And I have to prepare myself like 3 days from the day after tomorrow. I'll have to be now waking up at 5:30, so I have enough time for them and time for myself. I can also not just go to work mentally unprepared. Yes, there's a way I have to be myself.
You do yoga.
Kitu kama hiyo. Mentally, I'm like, leo kwa ofisi, like that other person yesterday did this to me, so I have to go there and assume them like there's some spider coming from the corner. You know, those are the kind of conversations you have on the mirror. And you're like, hey, jana ule dem alikuwa amevaa suti ya black. Today let me put on black. Ama watu chavaa color purple. You know, those like that kind of conversation in your mind. Those are the kind of things. But now when you have babies around, you don't have time for that. And you know, it has been a period of like 5 months plus. Umekuwa tu freestyle, cruising free, things are just okay.
But then
mtu anakushtua tu like, oh,
mi naona si mbaya. It's just a high time.
It is my first concern. Second concern is, are we prepared to have babies in school in the first place? Kuna shule niliona hapo haina hata madawati. There is water clogged like kwa compound, even kwa gate it's impassable. Manyasi zimemea. There are no desks. So you can imagine a school that doesn't even have desks. Will they buy desks first, or are they going to buy jerry cans of water and sanitizers to make sure that kids sanitize and be in the class? Before Corona, what was happening? As pertaining to that school you're talking about. Okay, maybe madawati ilioshwa na maji. You know, there've been a lot of rain. Ni shule gani? I think it was Musoma Primary. It was in the news. Yeah, maji ilikuwa imefurika kila mahali. So you can imagine, okay, if everybody is going to school, and in all fairness, in all like justice, everybody has a right to education. So will they also open schools as the rest of the people also open schools? Because ile shule ilikuwa inakatu inhabitable.
No.
So will they buy desks first? They'll be thinking of buying jerry cans and pails and sanitizer so that they measure up to the COVID-19 measures against.
Me what I think is, excuse yenye unasema you are not ready.
I am still not ready. Not I was.
Mimi, that is not an excuse. Mimi, the best excuse I was expecting from you, my sweetheart, was like, mtoto wangu akienda kwa shule. I had somebody asking this question. It so happened that, and then it so happens that mtoto apate corona,
yeah.
Bill itakuwa ni ya nani ya kutibu huyu mtoto?
But it's still in the same line when I was telling you there are schools that are not yet ready. That was now my second, okay, it's my secondary excuse. But the first primary excuse is everything. You know, in parenthood, a mother ndio anakwaga like in the well-being of a child. I think mothers take up like 70 or even 80% of the interest of the child. Yeah, mzee, as long as amelipa school fees, utamletea tena report card, angalie uliperform aje, kwa nini ulikuwa number 5. Hawa watu wengine wote wamekushinda juu ya kazi gani? That is the work of fatherhood. But as a mother, I have to wake up na nijue huyu mtoto hajanyolewa nywele. Enda ukanyolewe, kesho ni shule. Kiatu iko wapi? Socks mbona mjaosha? Mbona uniform haijapigwa pasi? Hii bag mbona imeraruka? Hii kitabu situlika last month kwa. So for motherhood, it's like 80% of my whole being, again, being in the interest of the child. So when I tell you mentally I am not ready, truly I am not ready.
But
they should have prepared me a month prior kwamba your baby will be wanted in school in December. Yeah.
Fine. You are not ready. But there are some you know, like there are some things that people have to go through, like curriculum. Now, you know, like 2020, the better part of it imekuwa wasted. Sindio?
True, sadly.
Sasa, we need to recover. Hata ni kama nile kidogo. Unaona? Kwa sababu watoto, it's like the whole country. What wanda ku repeat?
How to handle a pencil.
What wanda ku repeat? Unaona? So that is like a whole year wasted. 2020 calendar year. Unaona?
And what if it can't be salvaged?
You
know, we need to learn from history.
Waliweka normally watu wanafunga shule, I think late October.
Yeah.
Sindio? So late October or mid October. I think primary wanafungaga before KCPE. Sindio? So before KCPE, that is like 2 months and 2 weeks. But sasa Magoha amesema watu wanafunga tarehe 23. Sindio?
Yeah.
So this is na wanafunga for 1 week. I think hiyo wiki ya Christmas, tarehe 1 and then tarehe 4 watu wanarudi shule. You know, within those 2.5 months, watakuwa recover a lot. Unaona?
Yeah.
And then kitambo waende wafanye KCPE mwezi wa 4, watakuwa wameshamaliza syllabus. And then we see what happens next after that. No. So they start cutting his holidays to recover, and then things get back to normal. Anyway, now, this is what I'm thinking. Or this is my opinion. As a parent, imefika point yenye watoto wamekuwa sasa, you know, like watoto wamekuwa wanasumbua sana wazazi.
Indisciplined kids.
I was in Malaba doing some personal stuff. Then wanarombosa.
If I know I'm a good parent and my parenting skills are commendable, I shouldn't even worry if my kids stay at home for even a year plus or 2 or even 5.
Today nilisikia mtu alikuwa na complain. Baba akona twins, wasichana wawili wako form 4. Like wamelelewa vizuri. No, but I think inaitwanga playing truant, something like that. Ile ko hyper. Sneaking and doing all those sorts of things. Yeah. They had never done that. Like ile una believe mtoto wako ni virgin.
Okay.
And then out of the blue, one of the twins anapotea na mwanamume. Na ako form 4. Amesha register kwenda kufanya mtihani.
That's when.
So who is to blame for that? Is it just the person?
What is the measure of good parenting? What is the measure of good parenting? If they afford kutoroka na boyfriend, will you say kwamba your parenting is good?
No.
And are we measuring their parenting as per this other twin mwenye alibaki? We don't know, maybe this other one is into boys, this other twin is into smoking, you know. And a smoke zake. You wouldn't know. You know, sometimes kids, you can just stamp yourself as a parent and say, mimi sasa do yule the best parent in the world. Unaona tu hawa watoto hakuna kitu yani nimewaweza. Form zao zote mimi nazijua that my fingertips. But trust me, the kids of nowadays, they are on top of their game. Ukigundua hii leo, tomorrow they are on another vibe. So I really I don't think that parent will say that their parenting is well. Me, I think you saying kwamba umelea watoto vizuri is when mtoto mwenye umemlea ametoka and they're no longer under your care, but now they're even in their marriage. And even still bado kwa marriage, unapatanga watu wanapigana, you know, they start tena ukuje usolve cases. Will you still say kwamba, because maybe unasema, nimelea mtoto wangu vizuri sana, I'm a good parent, ameoa na harusi, and then anafika hapo nani, and they just turn out to be some other sheep.
You
see, they become the blackest sheep in Black Africa, and then you're left wondering, now, was I even a good parent, as I was saying?
I know many parents ask themselves that question, but mimi sasa mimi uchukulia like, one, it could be you have failed as a parent, or two, it is just the nature of your kid.
Ama circumstances that puts them into loggerheads with your parenting.
And then maybe three new circumstances, or four, ni zile sasa like, hiyo ni lineage.
Peer pressure.
Lineage. Kando na peer pressure, lineage.
Really?
Like as in, babu yake.
Alifanya hivyo.
Baba yake.
No way. No way. Let me tell you something from our family. My maternal side, my grandfather used to drink. Do you meet alcoholic? Somebody meet a drunkard? I don't know, but he used to drink.
Like he's an alcoholic drunkard.
I don't know, but he was a very good man by then. Alifundisha watoto wake sawa. Si wale ati drunkard wenye they just forgot about their family. He was a drinker, a good drinker. I will not even say that he was a social drinker. But out of and there were 10 kids. I had like my moms, they were 10. My uncles 5, my moms 5 of them. And kwa hiyo familia yote hakuna mtu anakunywa pombe except one aunt like this. She's the only one that drinks, and also for her she doesn't drink like my granddad. Na kwa vijana hakuna hata mmoja that drinks. So you kitu kusema lineage, I don't think it.
But unaona, there's something that happens. There's something that happen. Like, let me not use it as an example. Like sasa huyo dem amezaa akiwa shule. Right? Mtoto wake it so happens that pia anazaa akienda
still doesn't apply.
No. Ama mama aliwachana na bwana. Si ndio? Mtoto
pia anawachana na bwana. I curse that bullshit to oblivion.
Mjukuu pia anakaa na bwana kidogo.
But why is life like that?
But it happens.
You know, and then let me tell you, still on that point ya familia, all my moms were married with weddings. All of them. But for us, you know, we are popping kids. We are popping kids left, right, and center. I have no wedding.
But unajua nini? Kitambo, parents were very strict.
They were.
No.
But my parents were the strictest parents in the world.
That was so good of them because, you know, this is now you inspired to.
Mwalimu
ama unaona mtoto wa nani? Mtoto wa Kildi. Mtoto wa Kildi amesoma.
Oh God, they are forcing a chemical reaction.
Family ya Kildi are very straightforward, sio wezi. Maybe wanakimbia usiku lakini lakini sio wezi. Wamesoma.
Oh, maybe they just have like a character hidden in them and
hiyo boma ndio unataka uende uleke. Unaona, you know like kitambo parents used to do the, you know, matching thing. Siku hizi
tupatane penye tumepatana.
What's up baby?
Niaje? Tupatane and
wanasema unafanyaje nangos? Utanihala.
That's language. I can't lie.
So, chenye najua ni kuwa hii kukaa nyumbani, too much of staying at home.
It's causing
imefanya, you know, like, imefanya watoto sasa wanaenda kuwa, they're going even to be worse than they were.
Yeah, because you know, something like discipline is twofold. No, three. Because kuna actually fourfold. Because kuna ile discipline you get from your parents, then there is that discipline you get from institution, like ni ya walimu and stuff. And then there is discipline that just comes from your natural experience na ulimwengu. And then there is just discipline yenye unatoa from church. So all these four things helps a human being formulate their decisions wisely. So like now for that parent, I feel so bad for that parent because kufikisha mtoto form 4 is not easy. In fact, for a girl child, it's really commendable when ukipata mtoto amefika form 4, amemaliza form 4 without kukusumbua, kukupea headaches day in day out, mara sijui muonekana wapi na boyfriend and stuff. That parent needs to take heart, but there is always room for dialogue. Ujue what went wrong for this. I'm pretty sure huyo mtoto kuna kitu alimiss, because sometimes also our parenting skills hatutasema ati it's all that good ama iko tu checked, like iko tu sawa. There are some things that kids need from us as parents, and as African black parents, there are some stuff we don't provide for our kids. Ya kuna waya fulani mahali tunakuanga tumeshindwa kuconnect. You know, unajua tu slippers na belt ndio kusema
anything inapatikana.
Yes, as compared to other parents that will sit down and kids, an African parent anajua tu ulete zile viboko bamboo. In fact, there are even parents that walipanda tu mti fulani purposely ya kuchuna viboko ya kuchapa discipline into people. Yes, I think it's a high time parents just sit down with their kids. Me, I would talk to my child even about sex education. Though after if they run away with the boy, I'll be very confident kwamba in as much as wanaenda huko, maybe if they're planning to have sex or not, they're going to have sex in the right way, with the right mind, make the right choice, either to have sex or not. I would not even want to blame myself, because as a parent, like I'm failing as a parent kwa sababu parenting in our world today ni ngumu sana. You saw phones being crashed. And people were like, they went crazy about it. They were so angry kwa nini wana smash phones, and others were like, why are they even having phones in the first place? Watu huko China, watoto wako class 4 bwana wanaunda simu. Hours wanachukua simu kubet ama kwetu hiyo kabafu ya kucheck.
We are not Chinese.
Okay, we are not but you know, it's a global world, and you know, we also need to go with the trends. Of course, maybe having phones, we are in Kenya, there are international schools that even allow laptops in schools. They're still in the same international schools. There is a school like here in Akwangana, how do we say, like the national newspaper, they are provided with the national newspaper each single day, so that they are on top with the current affairs. So una imagine that same person, all of you are in Kenya, it's a third world country. So in our county schools, a kid is not allowed to have phones. Maybe this person, okay, all we need to do is just to, I think, talk about what will they need the phones at school in the first place for, or create a time where they will have access to those phones. But then again, we come from different backgrounds. Mimi nitaford kununulia mtoto wangu Itel ya 1000, and then there is a parent that affords the iPhone. You see, this iPhone parent will just put my baby into pressure. So crash all those phones, wacha wakae kwa shule hivyo, wakae bila simu kwa shule, because
Now, Nana has talked about discipline, character. Recently, there's a I don't know whether you've watched it, but I happened to watch a very disturbing video. Now, the question I ask myself is, to what extreme should a husband or a man go when you find somebody having an affair, or let's just call a spade, having sex with your wife?
An affair is a whole blow. It's everything. It's
Yeah.
the sex, the meeting, the
Like-
everything.
Like, to what extreme should a man or a woman go to ndio sasa ifike hiyo point yenye sasa you hire people with guns
To blast the brains out of someone.
God.
I shouldn't be laughing.
that
but-
was just so sick.
But I hear he wrote a letter.
Yes,
okay,
he did
first
write
of
a
all,
letter.
in fact, I was seeing that on Edgar Obare's Instagram page today, and they said it happened in South Africa, that the guy survived. Whether he survived or not, that's not the issue. But the issue here is marriage is for two people, and if you can't stay married, just get a divorce. Me, I'm not of the view ati to baki for the sake of kids. And if you are remaining for the sake of kids, then don't put your partner in compromising situations for you to test their resilience to what you are doing. You understanding me?
So
because Mimi, I just can't be sitting here alafu ndo ananipigia niambia Nana, nimeona hazi yako hapa hashtag akona mtu. Trust me, I will just put on my gumboots and my tracksuit, come flip over the table, beat the hell out of that chick to Malizane. Yes, I will beat this one, he will get another one, still beat that one until it gets into his head. He should stop just, you know,
Can I ask you a
dealing
question?
with people
Can I ask
around
you a
my
question?
hometown.
Can I ask you a question? Is it her mistake or his mistake?
It's both our mistake, because we can't handle our business amicably. We have to go and show up the public.
No, you are the lady of the house. Now, you've gone for a confrontation. The question I'm asking you, now like mimi ni Kofi Annan. Makosa ni ya mzee ama ni ya huyo msichana mwenye unataka kupiga?
Sasa unaona huyu msichana pia akona makosa.
Gani?
If you know this one is a married man.
How will
How
she?
you- how-
Do you really think that man is going to say that?
Let me tell you, me, I am a lady. I have been hit on with married men from as the time as I was a virgin up to the time I stopped being a virgin. Married men have hit on me. Even as I sit here, I am very sure I will go through my phone and I will still get a message from a married man. But it's for you as a lady to be disciplined, to be full of character of yourself, to have your self-worth, to say no to married men.
How will you know that this guy is married? Let's say I'm just asking.
It's
Like to
common
say
sense.
no, it's not common
You
sense.
see, a married man, first of all, hatawahi shika simu yake usiku. And you always just get vibes, by the way. Me, if I sit with you, of course that, like in the first days of dating and stuff, there are questions that I will ask. And then you see there are men that will outrightly just tell you, me, I'm a married man. So you, if you are a chick na mtu amekwambia ako married, why are you in that mix? And you know, ladies have this pseudo what, I don't know if it's what or challenge they have, like wanaona huyo bibi amechapa, kuna kitu hafanyi. Sasa mimi venye naingia hapo mimi ndio kuset. That is how you get number 2 and number 3 and number 4 and you know,
No.
a chain of people.
On a lighter note, wanasema the ratio of this to this,
It may increase.
yani like,
I have no problem if you come and tell me, mama watoto, naona umezaa watoto wengi, umechoka, I want to bring a helper. Come, sit me down. Prepare me mentally for you to bring me a helper. And just don't go and pick
Nikuulize
anybody
now.
from the streets And you
Today,
throw for me.
I told you I'm going to ask you too many questions.
You ask me, and let me tell you, I am giving you answers, but don't take these answers as the gospel truth, because there are answers I'm giving for the sake of social media, and then there are answers that are there on the ground.
Now, my question is, which woman, mwanamke mgani in her right senses, like sasa now we are talking, I'm your hubby, babe, naona umechoka. Why are you laughing?
The first thing
so we are having a conversation.
Yes.
Now try to be serious.
In the natural, in the natural balance of everything, of course, the first thing I'll do is to just go crazy. Ni fure hata miezi tatu. Yani I will not even want to see you. But mwanaume kama ameamua, ameshamua. But let me tell you, always just prepare somebody mentally. Unaona watu wanadunga watu visu. And that man that wrote that letter, do you think, like, how many times do you think aliongea kwa huyo bibi akamwambia stop with this person? And you know, for ladies it is even worse. When a lady is cheating, she will be there with your phone, atakuwa disoriented. Niko very sure even at home there are things she used to do, unaona tu hao iko sawa. But when a lady is having an affair uko nje, unless it is that kind of a sniper woman, but kuna vitu tu hazitakuwa zinaenda sawa. They'll be on the phone. You can imagine you're talking to your wife and she's there giggling on phone with another guy. That thing crushes the ego of even the president of Russia. Unaona? So ikifika hiyo extreme that he had to write a letter and CC all heads of department that guy. You know, CC all people when you're kwa hiyo bank and it fails, and you even inform this person, I'm going to shoot you. It had failed kwa ground huku. I'm very sure maybe alikuwa amekalisha huyu bibi akamwambia zizizi. This one cannot. Ameongea amechoka paka. The last resort is to just toanisha this person from existence.
But what happened?
So
what happened? Or which other way is it, like, you know, like just walk?
Is food spreading hivi na hivi. That is a huge risk to take. That's a huge investment into a make. So to walk away from all that is not easy. That's why unaona mtu anasema afadhali nimalizane huyu mtu mwenye analeta hii confusion hapa, so that it comes as a red flag. Huyu mtu asiwahi tena enda kutafuta another person to cheat with. I think that is their reason.
Maybe my take. Now let's say for instance it is me. If I'm in that kind of a situation, and remember this is just for social media.
Yes.
If I'm in that kind of a situation, me, I will see it in our gopa yule mwanaume. As much as I would really like to, you know, like kick his ass and, you know, beat the hell out of him and do all sorts of negative things to him.
I got beat.
You know what I will do, you know, the person I will definitely deal with
will be the wife.
Will be the wife
first.
Exactly. I really doubt if I'll you know, like go and start.
The timeline was how many years?
Because
4.
Pardon?
4 years. It took him 4 years talking to the wife. Wachana na huyu mjama. 4 years. Me, I can't even take all that. 4 years for what? 4 years mtoto amekuwa illiterate, can't read, can't write. 4 years they know how to read and write, they can get a paper, you know. They even know kusema mama nasikia njaa, mama sijashiba. 4 years.
Umesema vizuri ati alikuwa illiterate.
Now they can read. It takes 4 years for a baby to know, to learn how to read and write. So you can imagine 4 years. You're still talking about the same issue. Achana na umjama, achana na umjama, achana na umjama. To even see people that are not even part of, they weren't even in the wedding in the first place.
Yeah, but me, I think the CC part of it, you know, like there are.
That was a desperate move.
Yes, but me, I believe in these big banks, companies, blah blah blah. Kuna protocol yenye huwa wanafuata. Unaona, like we are working in the same place, and then we are having an affair, and then your husband knows about it, right?
Yes.
he has to follow, let me use protocol or due process. Like he has to write to the manager and then inform him that I believe that my wife and one of your staff, Mr. So-and-so, are having an affair. I have this evidence, this evidence, this evidence. Kindly.
Were they caught in flagrante delicto, that is red-handed, or what was the evidence?
I believe it was red-handed.
Oh.
So you have to write, and then the bank has to call these
two
people, right? And then there's this letter, read.
Grown people
read.
With 32
now,
teeth.
Is it true?
Really?
Is it true? Yes, it is true. Or no, it is not true. Definitely, nobody will say that it is true.
Of course.
Onana.
Deny in total. T-O-T-O.
Now, this is the last warning you guys are receiving. If it is true and you've denied it, make sure that it stops immediately.
Okay.
Or one of you is going to lose the job.
Yeah.
Or is going to undergo transfer.
I would still just go and
Onana.
get employment somewhere else.
Sasa, kama hiyo affair bado inaendelea and then the husband writes another letter, then definitely I believe somebody is going to be sacked.
I'll get sacked, then I will go and work in another bank or another
it's
place.
not that easy. I know of a person.
Because of
I know of a person, lakini yake ilikuwa ni scandal yake ilikuwa ni ingine tofauti. Especially people who work in banks.
Okay.
Nana, it is so hard for you to get another job in another bank.
Okay.
Moja ni kama vile tunaona kwa movie US, ati you are a convicted felon. Umeshikwa, umefungwa, umetoka kutafuta kazi, kupata kazi Nana is just hard. Huwezi pata kazi kwa sababu like you must state that you are a convicted felon. If you don't, and then they find out, that is an offense again.
Okay.
Naona, yeah. So mtu mwenye anafanya kwa bank ndio unasikia kwamba ni ngumu sana. Moja si kama supermarket atu unaweza toka Tesia uende Hetias. Uende Frankmart. Ni vigumu sana upate huyu mtu ametoka Barclays ameenda Absa ama ametoka Absa ameenda National Bank.
For real?
Ni ngumu sana. It doesn't happen. I believe it doesn't happen.
Okay.
Especially kama ni ile unceremonious dismissal ama kuna scandal.
Okay.
Because I believe banks are very sensitive. You have to write, you must have a recommendation, reference letter, blah blah blah. You are working somewhere. Ulitoka pale in good terms? Yes. Then maybe we can consider. But kama ulitoka maybe kulikuwa na scandal blah blah blah. That guy works in Kisumu. He used to work in Kisumu, I think at KCB. Up to now,
he has never gotten employment.
Sasa amerudi kwa jua kali sasa. Ni madili tu kutafuta madili. It's so hard.
Okay.
No. But anyway,
people, bottom line, in a relationship, be it marriage, be it friendship, communicate. Always communicate openly and honestly. And if you're the one on the wrong, be ready to apologize, realize your mistake, and sit things out. If things can't work out, just break up amicably. Let the friendship remain. Hakuna haja ya madharau or ruthlessness, or nastiness. Because at one point you were friends, or you were lovers, you were married, you had hope for the future, but times change, things fall apart. But it's always good to maintain a relationship that is cordial. I still insist, communicate, because while you are working on the relationship, in the first instances of the relationship, you are communicating. So when it is breaking down, why isn't it easy for you to communicate? And then we are adults. As adults, there's a way you've been shaped when you grow up. Hata Bible inasema nilivyokuwa mdogo sikujua kufanya nini, but nimekuwa mtu mzima sasa nafikiria na akili timamu ama nafikiria kama mtu mzima. So don't do things childishly.
Now I'll finish by saying
anakuwa controversial bibi, anataka kuachilia hapa bomb, na ukiachilia hapa bibi Naifunika.
Now I'll finish by saying people cheat.
They
right?
do, yes.
They do. Now, if you want to cheat or if you're cheating, the best advice I can give you, don't get caught.
Don't get caught.
Just that simple. Wewe
Delete
cheat to,
evidence.
wewe cheat to, go have sex with your whatever, oga, fanya kila kitu, kuja kwa nyumba.
You're not even telling them to use condoms. See him. What are you advising people?
No, I'm not advising. I'm just saying.
Protect your partner.
Protect your partner.
Psychologically, emotionally, financially.
Because
mentally.
Wao wanasema once you get caught, life will never be the same.
It will
never be the same. That is why you see some people go to the extreme of, you know,
slicing throats.
Watu wanatumiwa matags, watu wanapigwa marisasi, wanakatwa mapanga.
Because invest a lot. To invest in a human being takes a lot. And then for somebody to just crush everything that you have built in a second, you just go berserk.
Now, before I say goodbye, if you don't want to cheat or if you don't want to get caught cheating, usioe ama usioleke.
Is it workable? Kuna hata story tunasikia mahali za watu wenye walisema hao ni celibate, but kuna watu mahali.
Like if you don't want to get yourself into those kinds of scandals,
stay single.
Yeah, just stay single. We ka peke yako.
Relationships are work.
If you feel like you have that urge,
then
find a way of managing your urge.
Ukikuwa single, you can go A, go B, go D, like that.
But
nobody will ask you.
Yeah, don't go start fingering macho yako kwa wanawake ya watu. Watakuua.
You'll be mad.
So
peace.
As we are signing out, thank you for watching. If you have any,
and we have a surprise for you. Keep it here. We'll tell you what will happen.
Something big is coming soon and very soon.
Ladies, it's for you.
Ladies, it's for you, just for you.